Me coming in and making noises is your counting? Because how am I supposed to give you a counting whenever I'm gonna up def and want me to chat it when we type it to you? How
I
are we gonna do
mean,
that? You
that would actually be effective. That's
yeah
that's that's
yeah.
how they do it on other things. Yes.
You want to
Uh,
type it?
they put it on the little teleprompter. Yes, that's what
If
they
the-
do.
oh
But
yeah, oh my bad. We didn't have that in the budget for this. We didn't have the teleprompter budget, but we did have the draft going, and you saw the team say R in the chat. I mean, what else am I supposed to do? But here we
actually, I
go.
don't have
Our
I don't
second.
have chat. I don't have
Oh,
chat.
oh, okay, fair enough, fair enough. But here we go. This is our second match of the night. We got Cat GPT versus Cat Cowboys. I'm gonna call it the Battle of the Cats. But we'll see if this ends up being that scrappy of a fight. And we have the bands coming out quickly. These should be two sister teams, so I think they know each other pretty well. And in fact, Coach T here is actually who is here in the booth along with OldSadBoy. If you didn't recognize that voice, it would be crazy if you've been to the stream and don't recognize OldSadBoy's voice. But that's OldSadBoy, and that's Coach T. And joining me here in the booth, and Coach T is actually on the sub list for Cat GPT, so may have a little bit of insight on these two
Yes,
teams.
sir.
Yeah, so welcome to the booth.
I feel welcome, Etoe. Thank you for having me tonight.
Of course.
Scarter first pick. Oh boy, and
Ooh.
the Ari pick is kind of
Ooh.
huge. That Ari pick is huge.
Why is the Ari pick huge? Is it?
It's because
Ibis?
Iron Thug loves the Ari. I
Oh.
just picked it up. He played a lot of Ari. A Zaya pick would also be really big too, because Bowkeeper's a big Zaya player as well.
That is true.
So they're just picking what they know their opponent likes to play. Like, we know y'all
So
well.
so they can't play it. 3D chess. 4D chess.
Yeah, 40 chest. I hear, I hear that they're possibly looking to pick as many champions with High Noon or cat skins as possible tonight.
Oh my god.
That's the insider info I can offer at this time. So
I do like that. I do like that. I miss when that was a thing when teams would pick like themed teams back before League got super duper serious. When they would just pick like 4 champions with speed ups and a Hecarim. That used to be the days.
them were the days, man. I agree. Yeah, I miss them. Varus Oriana picked up for Chat GPT though. Like Oriana, pretty good control mage in the current meta, and Varus, I think he plays Varus pretty well. I think last week he got a quadra kill on the Varus. If I remember properly, right?
I think so. I think so.
I think I was playing Alistar Varus.
I'm also pretty sure that the Oriana Skarner combo is stupid, as the kids would say.
Oh, right. We could see a Nocturne too, I guess, if they want to put Skarner top lane. Is that even possible? Can you even put Skarner top lane?
Yeah, it definitely was played a bunch top lane when it first got reworked. I am not sure if it's still viable top lane, but I mean, let's be real. Anything is viable top lane if you just believe hard enough.
That's true. If you can build armor and tank stats, you could probably win top lane.
Yeah.
Rek'Sai to finish out Cat Cowboys. That'll be in the jungle for sure. But
Maybe we've seen Rek'Sai top did exist this season, so it's not out of the realm of possibilities. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely, and I know why that Udyr came off right away, because and Pigeon's match history, which by the way, Pigeon is subbing in tonight. I don't know if anybody's recognized that.
Oh God, do you hear the whispers?
He messed it.
Jesus Christ.
But his current op.gg just has like I don't know, like 15 Udyr games on. All of you won except for one.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I don't doubt that's probably the reason why it came off.
Havoc Pigeon is yeah. All right.
I can definitely see banning that. Yeah.
But Seraphine, very very good pickup for Ether. He plays Seraphine. Seraphine again, a really strong support right now as well.
I like what Cat GPT is doing, where it's just, hey, if we can just get everybody in the same place at the same time with everybody's ult up, we should win.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. And Ori gives you the final pick for Cat GPT in round 1 here. I like it. They got a lot of good set. Oh, no way they hover the vein. There's no way. Oh,
Take the vein into orange, please. I want to see it.
Hey yo, Drew. Hey, yo, Drew, you like that? Are you like that, though? You got that? You got that thing on you? Do you got that vein top on you? Do you got it? You doing it? Hey, yo, Caps did it against... Okay, we're going back to the gameplay we've seen him play before.
Yeah, Gangplank. His
thought-
Gangplank's pretty good.
The DR Double D got that thing on him. They call him Double D for a reason. But,
Yeah,
nah,
I
that's
think that's
the...
Oh my god! Oh my god!
But no, we're gonna get a relatively normal. So although Gangplank is still rare, Gangplank is not necessarily a normal top lane pick, but we have seen Drew specifically play Gangplank well this season already.
Yeah, he's very familiar with the pick. He's very comfortable with it, as well as, and I don't know how to feel about it into the Orin, but maybe because I'm not really familiar with that matchup. But Orin, typically a very safe top laner, very very hard to kind of punish an Orin. So, because Orin's got a lot going for him as far as like safe neutralness in the top lane there. So that lane could be very neutral for all of game one, I would think.
I personally am looking for Cat GPT to have the upset and get their first win on the season, man. They haven't gotten a win on this season yet, and I'm just looking forward to seeing it happen. We'll see if they're able to make it happen with this draft.
Dude, I think they can. They got a good setup here.
Yeah. In terms of team fighting, oh my god.
They got a very, very good setup.
I am very interested in seeing the Cat GPT team fight setups because if someone's not picked off, they should be able to basically delete 3 people from any team fight. Like, I don't know if I'm wrong, but that seems just mathematically correct.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's math. You can't fight against that.
Yeah, I mean that's when we start throwing X's and Y's into it, but
it's algebra.
But yeah, it's not to say that Cat Cowboys aren't cooking either, though. They got a little bit of spice on their own side, a lot of single pick potential. I think Rek'Sai definitely one of those interesting picks you don't get to see very often. But I mean, a lot of dual potential. Ahri, Ashe, Leona, Gangplank. So I'm more interested to see how they kind of use that to kind of abuse a cross map potential.
Yeah, I mean that is also kind of what I'm looking to see. I think Cat Cowboys have better, at least in Gangplank later in the game, have a better side laning option. Like there should be a point where Gangplank just, I guess Gangplank and Ornn just counter clear at best, and at worst Gangplank is just like, I'm going to push in this lane, say goodbye to your tower.
I agree with that.
Sorry, my dogs are, you know how it is where they will literally be chill all day, and then you're like, I'm gonna do something, and then they're like, okay, cool. I would like to jump around the whole room now and play
They
fight.
decide to speak up now.
Yeah, it never fails. They'll be like, yeah, no, it's a super chill Saturday. We'll take walks and look at the rain, and then they're like, oh, you're really hyped about the cat showdown? No, it's dog team over here. Dogs.
Absolutely. But I don't know. I don't really know what to think of this draft. I do think at the end of the day, GPT definitely has like a little bit more of a traditional draft. I mean, both teams are kind of traditional, but GPT is like more up to date, looks better in my opinion, but I don't know how much better to really say.
Yeah, and I think part of it's going to come down to execution. Obviously, if Ornn can get those Ornn items out really fast, or if Gangplank is really far ahead, or if Ahri gets to the point where catching someone in rotation basically means they're dead, then it's a whole lot different than they gotta check us into the dragon, they gotta check us into the baron. All right, everybody press R, and then Cat GPT wins. So yeah, I mean, there is that level of execution where, like, even with the super team fight, you can still get kind of stuck, especially if you're trying to make them team fight and they don't have to.
Yeah, I guess that's what GPT really needs to play for, is that 5v5 team fight. opposed to where GPT is going to look for early picks, kind of tried to get an advantage anywhere, and then maybe play towards the side lane a bit. I could see that happening, but I don't know.
We are gonna go into the delay. I assume Etoe is gonna play the pre-rolled ad, so you don't get ads during the game. Very nice, and we will be back with Cat GPT versus Cat Cowboys.
So don't touch that number on the dial, baby. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Once again, you don't get a warning, but we're just here. Oh wait, am my little thing? Oh, look at the casters thing. It's just going off the little thing there. Okay, here we go. We're gonna focus up here live. Y'all get to see behind the scenes as you always do here at the BTL channel. And you guys paused at 5 seconds?
I am.
I will be paused at 5 seconds soon. I was just like I didn't remember which one I needed to be paused at.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair
All
enough.
right, we're good. We're good.
All right. All right. We're gonna do the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play. 6, 7,
7,
8,
8,
9,
9.
10. You with me? 11.
Yep.
12.
Yep.
12,
All right,
13.
All right, here we go into game number 1 between Cat GPT and Cat Cowboys. Let's see who comes out on top. Will Cat Cowboys,
Yeah.
Cat GPT get their first win of the season? Well, their first. They won a game. I did go back to. They have won a game. I think against Border Pounders. And oh yeah, Cat Cowboys doing the classic that they do almost every single weekend. Love this.
I could hear it. I turned on the
This
Yeah.
is
chat. I could hear it. Yeah, I should probably do
I think last time I was like, this is why you're losing, and they were already up a game.
Yeah.
it. Not the rec side.
I can't think of I can't think of a funny thing to say right now, but this is they actually this is really funny. I don't know if y'all have been following I forget what the name is, like Max the Cat on TikTok. So he's probably made it over to like people who watch like Instagram Reels and Facebook video now. But it's basically this outdoor cat that this guy lets out who just runs around running fades with every other cat. Like he lets his cat out and it's got a GoPro on, and the cat will just run out and be like, I caught you over here by my house. Pat, 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 and then chases the other cats for like 3 blocks. And he does it with every cat. I feel like that's what we're about to watch.
That's exactly what we're about to watch. Just it's the battle of the better cat, right?
Exactly. And we do see Ibis already getting the electrocute proc on the Iron Thug. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's some good old-fashioned cat bullying right there.
That's ugly.
That's tough. There you go. Fight back. Fight back.
No.
But Drew in the top lane getting his empowered autos off onto Impro. Oh, and the barrel burst. Impro already down to like a third of his health.
Yeah, Drew doing a really good job keeping kind of Empro at bay, keeping him not
Oh,
he'll
no.
step forward, trying to keep him off the way. Oh,
Mointman on the other side taking a nice little almost route there, but did get the slow and did get hurt. Ibis trying to trade back. Drew going to get knocked up by the pillar, but is going to get able to walk away a little bit. Bowkeeper, though, does have a bow also. Varus does have a bow. Granted,
So does
Mointman has
Mointman.
a bow too.
You know, I don't know if I actually, you know, Ash isn't normally one of the 80 carries that Mointman's likes to run, but he's been
Yeah.
running a lot this season, I think. Like,
Oh no, Iron Thug. The charm misses, but is under tower, is going to be forced to flash away. Here comes the return gank from Kangaroo Feet. He is going to miss, but Havoc Pigeon is super low, as is Ibis. Kangaroo Feet does have a rock. Can get another auto. Gets first blood. We don't get to see it, but it's okay. Trust me, it happened. On the top side, Drew is going to be able to kill Impro. And both junglers, both mid laners are going to be dead.
wow, everybody gets a kill there. Everyone's happy except for Empro in the top lane.
He did not get the trade back. But
Holy, that's 1-all right there.
I'm not entirely sure how it turned back into their now diving. Ibis and Iron Thug and Kangaroo Feet both died, but we'll just have to use our imaginations.
Absolutely. And again, we could see that like the strength of this Seraphine support there is she's able just to throw abilities off Mointman and just keep him away from the wave. It's so so impressive.
I remember when champions other than ADCs used to be mana locked, where you couldn't do that. It was a whole thing they used to talk about doing, making sure that somebody can't just come into lane and just bully you because they never run out of mana. Remember that?
Them were the days. Them were better days.
When they had to buy an item before they could just use every spell on cooldown.
Yeah, I believe.
But we do get a gank coming in bot lane. That is going to be the flash coming out from Mointman as well as flash from Ether. That said, they're on to Lakey now. Lakey is trying to get away. Is going to have the shield. Going to be just enough. Mointman barely lived through the arrow. Just not piercing enough.
Really good thought there from Kangaroo Feet, but not quite able to get there.
Ooh.
And in time, get onto Mointman, and Mointman will escape scot-free.
Impro is not actually having a fun time. Is going to be able to get the knockup though, but it's going to take a bunch of damage in return. That said, should be able to either back and come back or just buy some items to help out. But yeah, there is now no flashes in the bot lanes. No, I guess there is one flash. Ibis has flash in the mid lane. The jungler, between the mid lane junglers, there's no flashes either, except for Ibis. This is, they've been getting active. They've been getting active.
Hey, we'd like to see it. Lots of early game motion. Oh, they see Skarner.
And they're collapsing, but Ornn is also going to be nearby. Skarner's just going to go over the wall, though. Good old mobility creep. We love to see it. Havoc Pigeon's going to take a tunnel out. That is going to be a charm that lands on Iron Thug, though, and Iron Thug is going to get knocked up. Havoc Pigeon is going to be able to get the first kill of this encounter, and now we get the entrance from Impro, but the Cannon Barrage comes down on top of all of them as Ibis is able to get another charm, and that is going to be Impro going down. And on the other side, Bowkeeper and Ether barely staying alive. The piercing arrow is going to be able to get some return damage onto Mointman. It is going to be a double kill for Ibis as Iron Thug and Kangaroo Feet do go down. On top of which, Drew got 2 assists for the action. Oh no, the lance doesn't land on the Ether, but the stun does. That said, Bowkeeper's off to the side, and he's going to try to get an arrow in, and he's going to be able to kill it and see him over the mountain. Wow.
Yeah. Moyman getting a little bit too ambitious there, stepping forward when he probably shouldn't have, and Goalkeeper in a good spot there to take advantage of that. But if there's one thing I've learned from Moitman is int feed succeed. He's looking to give his opposing laner gold so he can take up them shutdowns later. So
that's a good way to look at it.
So maybe that's the plan overall, but again, a really good play from Bowkeeper, way to step up and be in the right spot there.
Yeah. We do see Cat Cowboys. Oh, a very nice shine from Ibis is going to take a lot of damage off of Iron Thug. That's at the return damage from the orb is going to be enough. But the first set of Void Grubs are going to be taken for Cat Cowboys. Havoc Pigeon with that significant lead, I would say already early on, is going to be able to get himself a little something. Already has the Tiamat. Oh, that is going to be a knockup from Impro onto Drew. Drew does have a level advantage, but is not as tanky as Impro. That's it. Impro not getting the better of that exchange, even with the minion advantage. That's a little bit tough, friend.
Yeah, Gangplank just has a little bit more damage than he does, and he's able to win out that trade. And with the sustain from the orange that he has, I'm sure he'll be just fine in top lane. And
yeah, I mean, Gangplank already has 2 components. Orin has ideas, concepts of components, maybe.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Pigeon will secure that first Drake. It is a mountain Drake, and it's Ocean Drake next. You want to gamble on what the next what the Soul Drake will be?
I think the soul we're about to see is Iron Thug's leave his body. Ibis and
he got him.
Havoc Pigeon just bullying, cyberbullying. That's it. We do see the Call of the Forge God go down up in the top lane. Drew is going to get a little bit of a fight. He's going to get knocked up though. I think he's going to be fine, and I think he's actually going to get this kill. Yeah, that's tough. That is super tough.
That was rough.
Yeah, we're trying to think what is likely to be. You know what? I think it's gonna be a Hextech Soul.
I kind of was thinking the same thing, so I'm gonna go with Infernal Soul.
Okay.
Just say another one. Maybe, hopefully, one of us will get it right. Improve our odds.
I mean, it's gonna be Cloud Soul now, just guaranteed.
It's just gonna be Cloud Soul.
But I do feel bad for Cat GPT. One, there was no trade of the early objectives where you get a dragon and they get grubs. No, they got all three grubs and the dragon, which is normally not a good sign for your early game. Also, they are down 3,000 gold at 10 minutes. Not a good sign for your early game.
Absolutely. I mean, when you have a jungler like Pigeon to contest against, you are going to have a rough day. Pigeon very, very strong in any position really you put him in, and honestly, really well versed on many matchups, so it'll be difficult for them.
Oh my God, Ibis on the Iron Thug. Ibis is unworried, unfazed, unbothered by anything that is attempted in return. There does not have the finished item yet. That said, Impro might just be dead. Is dead. That is a 3-0-2 at 10 minutes Gangplank. I'm not gonna lie. If this is solo queue, I'm spamming. Sorry, let's go next. That is tough.
Yeah, I mean, Cat Cowboys up just about 4K on him already in 6 kill lead, and like I said,
here we go again.
No, Iron Thug.
Iron Thug uses the Shockwave, but nobody is there. That's it. Kangaroo Feet.
Yeah.
He's going to pull Ibis back. He's going to be able to get the shutdown goal. There's going to be the encore coming in the bot lane from Ether. Ether is also going to be able to get the root, and the arrows are going to go down. That is going to be a shutdown for Bokeeper as they're finally able to catch Havoc Pigeon, getting a little too aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, now Varus is looking like a dangerous character in this game. They need to play a little bit more safe. It's going to cause problems for Cat Cowboys later. But again, definitely a little bit ambitious for Cat Cowboys to play near their turret there, try to dive Varus and Seraphine, especially with how much counter dive Seraphine has in her kit. You know, so much CC. And honestly, like we just saw, it didn't really work out in the end.
So it looks like there is going to be some action onto the Grubs. Drew is over here by himself. Oh no, there's going to be the charm from Ibis, and that's going to be the Cannon Barrage coming out. Drew is going to get a little bit of a heal, and now we do see Havoc Pigeon returning the favor. Ibis now, they're chasing out Impro. Kangaroo Feet is dead though. Havoc Pigeon trying to get onto someone. Actually, he's going to decide to chase Iron Thug instead, and is just going to slash, and then go back for the other two Grubs. So only one, only one going to be secured by Cat GPT. I was looking at the wrong thing there.
Yeah, honestly though, not a bad situation for Cat GPT. They prevent this full 6 Grubs to going over to the side of Cat Cowboys, which honestly is a pretty good thing. That's a lot of extra turret damage out of the pockets of Cat Cowboys, and honestly, you guys got out with minimal losses, I will say. So that's always a good thing.
I will say, I suppose, you gave away at death. You didn't stop them from getting all 3. I mean, I shouldn't say all 3. You didn't stop them from getting one of, at least getting grub spawns. So I don't know if that's...
Buff.
Oh, no.
That's true. They still do get the buff. They did get the 5.
Oh, and that's going to be the ult coming out from Ointment. Bokeeper looks like he's going to go down, and that is going to be the last threaded volley going to take him down. Impro on the other side, getting poked down under tower. It looked like a play was going to happen in the mid lane. Both supports and both junglers were escorting the mid laners, but that is not going to happen. That's it. Ibis is going to go on the Iron Thug. The Shockwave, the Encore, and it is going to... Oh, no, the Impale misses, though. Ether now in a bit of trouble. That is going to be Havoc Pigeon coming in, trying to get on the Ether in the backside. Kangaroo Feet is going to be able to take down Ibis. Havoc Pigeon is taking a chunk of damage, though, and it's... Oh, my God! There it goes. He's going to go down. Kangaroo Feet is going to be able to get the kill, and that is a 2-4-1 for Cat GPT.
Yeah, the miss of the Solar Flare is going to cost them quite a bit there. That CC would have been very, very necessary in that fight, and honestly, it gives ChatGPT a little bit of a leg in that fight, and they do walk out with more, in fact, with the fight win, 2-for-1, like you said, and that's, again, buying back so much for ChatGPT and getting them back in this game.
That is a lot of gold. That said, it went on to the Skarner.
Oh, that's true.
Drew just walks on the tower, and he's like, I don't care, and is able to kill Impro, and is going to be able to take the first tower. That is such a huge Gangplank right now. Gangplank is up 60 CS. Havoc Pigeon is going to go into 3, though. Ooh. Call it ambulance, but not for me.
Yeah.
Thought he had caught out Ether, but that is not going to be the case. That said, Iron Thug is just going to poke out Mointment, and Mointment now kind of stuck on the wrong side, has to commit to the fight. He's going to try to flash over. Not going to be enough. Iron Thugs are going to be able to get the kill, and Cat Cowboys are...
Throwing.
You said it, not me, but you're not wrong.
It just seemed like Mointman was just in a really, really odd position there. He was really outpositioned. I don't know why he thought he could 1v1 the mid laner. Maybe a little bit of brain block there, but ultimately it ends up with GPT getting this dragon, and again, that's even more gold.
Well, it's that you're between the mid laner and the 3 people you just saw kill your jungler bot lane. Like,
yeah, not to mention, he flashed towards the mid laner, not over the wall to his support.
Yeah, I'm just it was a thing.
He did
it. It was a thing that happened. It happened. It was one of the plays of all time from Mointment there. But as we reset, it is still a 5,000 gold lead for Cat Cowboys,
which is actually amazing.
That said, I think like 2,000 of it is just the Gangplank. It is going to be an Infernal Soul though, so you call it.
It's about 4,000 in favor of Gangplank.
Yeah, the Gold League is just
God.
Gangplank.
It is just
Oh,
Gangplank.
they are going to drop all the ults on the Ibis. That's it. Ibis is going to be able to use a Spirit Rush to get away. Is not going to get hit with the final piercing arrow and is going to be okay. It looks like the Rift Herald on the other side is going to be taken by Cat Cowboys as... Oh, that was so close. Ibis almost did not get to finish the back. That said, is now just going to be able to teleport back down there. Oh, no, it's going to be the Gangplank instead. That is not who you want to see if you are... Oh, my God. One barrel, Varus, and Varus is like, oh my goodness, that hurt. Mointment trying to take the tower, does take the tower. That is going to be the solar flare taken, and it's going to be on the Iron Thug. But now we do get the shockwave in return. Mointment is going to be able to take down Iron Thug, but Lakey is going to be forced to fake Kangaroo Feet. As I don't think you win this 1v1. I'm not a scientist, though. The math is really weird. Impro on the other side having to fight Havoc Pigeon, and Ibis tries to teleport away. Ibis is going to be able to land the charm, and that is going to be a dead Forge God. Leona did survive, though. Leona wound up having a flash out, but did survive. So that is going to be 1 for 1 plus 1. So a 2 for 1 and a tower for Cat Cowboys.
That is a lot. Although you really like to see your AD carry not to be the one that loses their life in that fight, but ultimately across this map, it's looking very, very good for the Cat Cowboys. I mean, I'm looking at an 8-3 Ari and a 4-1 Gangplank that's over 4,000 gold ahead of this Orin. You know, that is promising for Cat Cowboys here, without a doubt.
I think we need to figure out, is the over-under on Ornn items before the game ends? Because I think we're only going to maybe see 3.
He's not, oh my God, he's not level 14 yet.
He's level 10, and the Gangplank is level 13. And they're down 8,000 gold.
Up? Oh my.
Yeah, I think we will get one, maybe 1. I should say maybe 2, but I think 3 is a stretch and 4 is not happening. These are going to be tough times for Cat GPT.
Yeah, I mean, Dragon now spawning within a minute or a couple minutes here, and like you said, Infernal Soul. If that finds its way onto any of these teams, that could be very, very, very good.
Oh no! Okay, Gangplank is going to pick up the blue spirit. That said, Havoc Pigeon and Lakey looking to make a play in the mid lane. It is not going to be a play that happens. It's going to get spotted out. Iron Thug's going to get a little bit of trading onto Ibis. Does Ari still heal a little bit from her Q return?
That sounds about right. I want to say that didn't change,
but it didn't look like it. So that's why I was like, I just saw it go through, and I was like, I didn't see the heal. Did they get rid of it? I don't know.
It doesn't look like it heals anymore. But that's just a theory for a different video or something.
Thank you, Matt Pat.
But across the map, it looks like Cat Cowboys are kind of collapsing on the mid side of this map, and
Gangplank has 3 full items at 18 minutes.
That is, oh my God, you're so right.
Oh no,
we're almost at a flame horizon at like 19 minutes. 100 CS up on his laner.
And he's got that blue buff.
CS up.
That's it. The Rift Herald is going to be dropped into the mid lane. It is going to be Kangaroo Feet coming into Mointment. Is going to be able to get the big impale. And there's going to be the super team fight that comes through. They are going to be able to get 1. But now Havoc Pigeon and the Ibis are going to be able to join the fight. Lakey trying to stay alive. Kangaroo Feet is going to be able to get on the Lakey. Lakey's going to be able to get a stun. That is going to be Havoc Pigeon ulting Iron Thug. And is going to be able to get a kill go back. So the double kill for the support, or excuse me, for the jungler of the Cat GPT. And now, there's going to be Ornn joining the fight. Ibis is still going to try to stay alive. Is going to get hit with, now Drew is going to come back. That is going to be a charm on the Kangaroo Feet, but Drew is getting taken super low. I don't think he's going to be able to survive, and that is going to be a 4 for 1 for Cat GPT. But a lot of the kills went to the Skarner, which is the only bad thing, but they are able to win the team fight by doing exactly what they decided to do. Oh no. Poor Ornn. Got a little greedy. Nonetheless, well done. They are able to get the big team fight, get the ults, get the kills, and win the fight, especially with the Gangplank having been side laning and being super late to the party. But the dragon is up, and it looks like it's still going to be a Cat Cowboys dragon.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kangaroo Feet doing a great job getting on top of Moitman there, getting to the 80 carry and locking him down, getting that consistent damage out of the fight, and that really does help them in that fight and really secures the fight. But now they're in an awkward position without the top laner, Orin, here to really contest this dragon, and I think they're just gonna have to give, and that's the first Infernal Soul or Infernal Drake going over to Cat Cowboys. Man, they bought like such a good fight, but they're still about 7,000 gold down. That is insane. That is the true insane number right there. Is that they're still down 7,000 gold after a fight like that.
Yeah,
I like to see.
I don't quite know. I don't know what's going to happen, which is interesting considering what the gold lead is and how. Oh, they are on the Baron though, and they are spotted on the Baron. That is going to be the ult from Drew coming down. That is going to be a ward that is going to be taken from Cat Cowboys. There's going to be the solar flare for the escape. It actually lands pretty well, and everybody is going to walk away from Cat Cowboys with a nice little purple vest.
Absolutely, getting the dragon and going straight to Baron, picking up that Baron, putting themselves on a Baron power play, and doing a really good work here across this map, claiming objectives and really putting the pressure on. However, we got 4-man mid lane here. GPT is kind of gearing up for something here.
But yet, no, the friends are coming. The reinforcements are here, able to fend off the siege there by Cat Cowboys.
At this point, I'm not sure which is worse at this point, the 9-3 Ari or the 4-2 Gangplank.
I feel like I'd rather deal with the. I feel like I'd rather deal with the Ari. In theory, I can dodge everything. Well, most of everything.
In theory.
In theory. Like if it still gives you that little bit of hope though. Like nah, I can outplay this. The Gangplank probably just feels like he pressed Q and I'm dead. He Q'd and autoed, and that was it. Oh, Iron Thug barely able to avoid Ibis catching them in a weird back. That said, there's basically like a 2-level difference between the top and junglers and mid laners. Excuse me, the top and mid laners, not the junglers.
Yeah, and yeah, it's so bizarre to see how much the gold difference is. Orange level 12. Chains of Corruption just going a little wide. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, Kangaroo Feet is going to go in. The Solar Flare is also going to miss, though. And now we do have just a little dance. Everybody missed their ults. Everybody missed their ults, and they walk away. Anyway, on the bot side, that is going to be a tower taken by Ibis on the Ari. And now looking to rotate back into the mid lane. Varus is there by himself, and that is not a good look. Lakey on the backside takes a tower shot, but yeah, they are able to get Bowkeeper out. But in getting Bowkeeper out, they lose another inner tower. And Kangaroo Feet is on to Havoc Pigeon. Everybody's able to get away from the Encore, though. Did cost Ashe the flash, but on the other side, Ibis taking down that bot lane tower is probably going to, not going to have any sort of fight there. Kangaroo Feet is just going to do a nice little loop and walk away. And the sieges continue. Cat Cowboys finally, I'd say, playing a little bit more under control. And the top side, Drew continuing also to pressure down this tower, just pressing Q, doing damage. Ibis on the inhibitor now is not going to be able to get the charm. Iron Thug is going to flash away. Ibis is going to use the Spirit Rush, though. Was rooted? I'm not sure what just happened there, but is going to be able to get Iron Thug in the return, and it's going to be free to get that inhibitor. On the other side, Kangaroo Feet is going to be fighting Lakey and Moitman. That is going to be another kill. Ibis is able to take down Bowkeeper and is now on the Ether. On the other side, Havoc Pigeon is going to be able to take down. Actually, Moitman is going to be able to get the kill on the Kangaroo Feet, and it looks like it's going to be Cat Cowboys taking game 1. I don't know that Orin can hold off on all of this.
Well, we'll have to see. Emperor is going to start off strong here and breathe on Lakey, though. But like you said, what's the option here? What do you do?
There's the call of the Ford God, but there's the root, there's the stun, there's the charm, there's the dead Orin. Ether's up in 9 seconds, but the Nexus is not. And it is going to be Cat Cowboys taking game 1.
What a game to start off the series. Cat Cowboys, again, looking very strong throughout the entirety of the series. And honestly, all across the board, well done from Cat Cowboys. Chat GPT though has a few great fights and really keep the game close and interesting. I think the main issue though that remains from this game is, like you said, there's so much given to Skarner, and Skarner isn't much of a carry champion. Garner, he can be 0-12 and still useful in the team fights, but if he's 12-0, he's still as useful as in the team fights.
Exactly.
So, you're feeding your Skarner, you're feeding the wrong people, and if they would have gotten that onto the Varus or maybe the Oriana, things may have been different for Cat GPT, I think.
That's fair.
Yeah, it definitely felt that way, and it also kind of felt like, again, the lead by Cat Cowboys was so big that Cat GPT was never ever to get them in that, like, hey, we're just gonna put everybody right here, use all our buttons, and win. Like, they had one good everybody's here team fight, but other than that, they never got the game that they set up for.
Yeah, I agree. Uh, it never really came to fruition, and they had a really good engage a few times, but just not really to make anything of it after that. And what can you do except for move on to game number 2 and hope you can put together something, which this is a true fearless draft, isn't it? So that means
Yep.
all the champions here are gone after
Yep.
game number 1, which is actually so huge for Cat Cowboys, as they got rid of the Ari and they got rid of a few champions that they know that Cat GPT plays. So I'm interested to see what they whip out in game number 2. I'll be real.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens in game number 2. We will be right back after a short break as we set up for that lobby. And I am probably also going to use the restroom, so I will catch you guys whenever we get back from the break.
Not the worst plan.
Nope. Oh, I wasn't muted on the stream the whole time, huh? Damn. That's fine.
Yeah. Here we are, just
into game number 2. Yeah, that's all. It's all good. Here we go into game number 2. We still got Coach T and OldSadBoy in the booth.
Yep. Everybody could just hear you thinking. It's okay.
Yep.
But we do get the Cat Cowboys banning the Malphite, Galio, and Syndra. Very interesting bans. Like escalating levels of difficulty for mid laners. And we do get a gen pick. On the other side, Cat GPT banning the Udyr, Poppy, and Zac. I think those are the same bans as last time.
Yeah, the exact same. And Jin is now exactly what I was thinking would be a Moitman pick. That is exactly what I would consider a Moitman pick. Jin, hyper carry champion, very, very strong, and I'm actually really excited to watch it. And again, another champion with a High Noon skin, as well as Yasuo. I think I can see where this is headed.
So which one's picking Maokai first?
That's a good question,
Or
actually.
Twisted Fate?
Twisted Fate. I don't even know all the High Noon skins, actually, off the top of my head. Senna, I know it has one. TF, yeah. Sejuani. Is there really a High Noon? Is there?
I don't think there's a Sejuani. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. I mean, there's only, I don't know, like 2,000 skins you have to keep track of.
Oh my god, there's a lot of High Noon. Holy.
But there is no High Noon Sejuani. There's just Dark Rider, Beast Hunter. Yeah, okay. I'm not crazy.
Somebody is a lame person.
Oh, shots fired. Shots fired.
Fiddlesticks. I don't think so.
I am relatively. I mean, Fiddlesticks does have Bandito, which is kind of like High Noon, but like the other side of High Noon, I'd say. Right? Like, because you like High Noon is like Meet Me at Noon, and Bandito is I mean that
makes sense.
Tracks.
Oh, like in my opinion, I hate Yumi. I think she's a horrible champion, especially in competitive. But for the bid, I guess. Right?
I mean, if you're doing it for the bit, Yumi is indeed who I would pick as well.
The true cat cowboy right there.
I mean, but for that to be the case, you'd have to get Yumi Hecarim.
That's true. That is true, actually. Speed boy Hecarim.
That would be the cat cowboy.
Every cowboy needs a horse, right?
Exactly.
Oh my god. This is such a weird draft already, though. Yasuo, Sejuani, Gragas, and Jin, Fiddlesticks, Yumi.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It looks like they're already building the kind of the full displacement comp for the Yasuo. So 18 knockups ready to go. Somebody can proc that Yasuo knockup no matter what happens.
Yeah, that does look like it. Give Yasuo every chance he can to find himself in the last breath ulti, and maybe a fighting chance here. And they're gonna ban Thresh. Okay.
See, because that's a multi-person displacement. I see the vision from Cat GPT, and I think Cat Cowboys does too. And they're like, "Oh no, we are not doing this."
Yeah, we are not cooking. I will say Rakan still on the table, pretty good multi-displacer. Like you said, nice knockup, kind of.
That is true.
And Nautilus taking off depth charge, also a fairly useful tool.
Yeah,
the guarantee knockup.
They understood the assignment. They figured it out real quick. Like, wait a second here.
Cyclone is a very good.
Oh my
Oh
god.
god, you're so right. Wukong has a lot to offer Yasuo too.
Wait.
We're waiting.
Wait. Where? Who's going where here?
Oh god. Wait, what it? Wukong top says jungle Gragas mid? No, Yasuo
And
and
then
carry?
Yasuo, yeah, that's what I'm thinking is happening now.
Uh-oh, Lucian. And then last pick. Wait, Lucian. Oh, is it Lucian mid? Oh, my.
Yeah, I think so. This is getting
Spicy.
interesting.
And I don't think I like it. I think I'm gonna need to go down a level here. such an odd draft for game number 2 here, but you know, I guess it'll be an even more. Oh, pretty kitty Rengar picked up.
Oh my
last,
god!
and I can tell you that's gonna
No.
be Rengar top for sure.
Yeah. I
No,
mean,
Drew-
yeah, I'm not a
Drew
fan of
loves
the
it.
Rengar top, but at this point, I don't understand
Anything.
how. I won't say how it could go wrong. I don't understand what's gonna go wrong and go. No way.
I think it's easier to pick what's gonna go wrong rather than what's gonna go right here. And we lock into Fizz. What is happening?
Okay.
Who's support? Is it Gragas support?
Okay.
Hold on.
Or Sejuani support. Sejuani
Could be
Yasuo bot lane.
Wait, when did we get raided by Risen? I missed that. I was AFK. I was doing the dishes in that game. Damn. My bad. My bad, Risen Esports 2. Thank you for the raid.
I did not see that either.
Yeah, yikes. Yikes. Must have been a while ago. Either that or everyone that was, if that was recent, everyone who came in that raid instantly clicked off the stream because we only had 23 viewers and they rated us for 21. Unless we only had 2 people watching, which would be, that would be sad. And I'm pretty sure we didn't only have 2 people watching. Rarely, at least at the very least, me and the casters are watching at least. So we just got at least 2 people watching.
Yeah, I'm not sure, not quite sure what happened, but I'm just really confused all around right now. We're
I
just
wanted
out
that
here
to be
trying
like Twisted Fate or something, but I realized now it was Lucian mid.
we're just trying to figure out what's gonna happen next. Okay.
This honestly is a wild draft for game.
Man, I really hope for the sake of Cat GPT's mental that Cat Cowboys don't win this game.
Yeah. Chat GPT though is a pretty mentally fortuitous.
Okay. That's
You know,
good, that's good.
as someone that has played for their team, you know, the mental block, there is no such thing. You know, they play hard, they bring everything to every
No
game.
mental
and,
tilt? Tilt is over.
No.
Oh, it happened 4 minutes ago that they rated us.
you know, no, it's no secret that I'm an Iron 2 player, and I didn't get flamed once. when I was playing. But I did some sketchy things. I'm sure you remember me flashing forward on Alistar for no reason.
Well, I feel like every Alistar player has done that at one point, where you're like, I'm gonna make a flash. Actually, no, I'm not.
No,
I'm
nah,
just gonna flash.
Dude, my brain was like, okay, guys, watch this. I'm gonna flash at them, and I'm gonna get flashes for no reason. That just didn't happen.
Oh, wait. I did not. I thought you were going to like do a flat WQ. No, you were just going to.
No,
You were
I
just trying to bait out a
flashed
flash.
at
You were just trying to get him to flash. That's hilarious. That's much funnier.
I was
emotion.
much better off. I was much better off never knowing what was really going on there.
Yeah, I
than
really
assuming you were
assumed
just,
that you just missed the combo. Like sometimes
Yeah.
you don't know the W range quite right, so you try to flash in W range, you don't quite get it.
Yeah.
I thought
and
that's
then
what I
you
thought
stand
happened.
there looking goofy, or you
I didn't
stand
think
there and
you
you
were-
pulverize the ground. Yeah.
Literally just flashing to get them to flash. That's hilarious. It's a bait.
No,
Oh no!
Dude,
Yeah,
Buccaneer
no.
was sitting there like, no, we don't go in. I'm like, watch this. I just flashed it at him for no reason.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I could have gone.
Oh,
I could have
man.
gone never knowing that.
My God, he would have looked like a god if it worked, I suppose.
Just saying, it would have been the hugest mental gap ever.
Oh, they have no ADC on the side of CatGPT.
Yeah, that's what
Oh.
that's what I was saying. Like, I'm confused by everything happening.
Oh.
But it is going to be the Yasuo bot lane. It's going to be a Sejuani top. It's going to be a Gragas support. So the full knock-up
The
team.
Battle of the Cats, baby.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Hell yeah.
They're
hell
throwing
yeah.
down tonight, game
Yeah,
2. This is
Indeed they are.
very, very, very unusual picks across the board. Oh, jeez.
We got an interesting one here. Definitely, it's going to be interesting one way or another. Whatever happens here, we're gonna have ourselves a game of League of Legends, baby.
It is
sir.
definitely gonna be a game.
Without a doubt. I think we're gonna have some fun with this one. Everyone gather around the campfire, sing some songs. Because we're not here for high skill league anymore. We're here for fun league.
Yeah, this is not the high quality Korean League of Legends gameplay that we're trying to see right here. We're not trying to see the macro play and all that nice conservative gameplay. That's not what we're about to see. That's not what
Welcome
you're
to
about to see.
NA, baby.
Yeah. You're about to see the most NA game, baby. The Cat Cowboys, man. That doesn't get more American than that. NA,
Yes,
baby.
sir. Oh,
Get well
God.
soon, Dak Prescott.
That's true.
All right, we got about 3 minutes to get for the spectator. I'm gonna hit you guys with that 1 minute ad breaker. We'll hit you back whenever we are on the Rift. So don't change the channel on the dial with the remote. Back in the 2000s. We'll catch you guys after. Thought I would point out the skins here. You see, it's in fact Hainu Lucian, Hainu Jin, Bandito Fiddlesticks, and Pretty Kitty Rengar. So yeah, they did it. Y'all see these skins here?
Oh, the skins, I see them now.
Yeah.
So can the stream see them.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
can.
yeah. I just swapped over to point him out. I was like, I saw him. I was like, oh my god, yeah, they did it. They just wanted to show the commitment to the bit that we have from Cat Cowboys. They did in fact go full commitment to it.
Yeah, but no commitment on the Cat GPT.
They were scared.
Yeah. They didn't do
Unfortunate.
it.
There we go.
Alright, I'm paused.
Reality. Everybody. When the Cat Cowboys hit them with the meowdy, they are continue to go fully into the bit. Are you guys both positive 5?
I am. Yep.
All right, let's get to the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. 6, 7, 8,
Yeah.
9, 10.
Yep.
All right, let's get into game number 2 between the Cat Cowboys and Cat GPT. Cat Cowboys taking the victory in game number 1, and this is two fearless drafts of single championships on game number 1. Was disabled for game number 2, and we have the Cat Cowboys doing the Cat Cowboys thing.
Yes, sir, we do, and we have a 5-stack from everyone here. And man, what an amazing show we
This
had
is,
game number 1.
These people, they are just very, very entertaining. We'll say that. They're very entertaining. But yes, so I am really, really curious about the Cat GPT draft and how this is going to work out. I feel like there's a lot of faith being put on the Bowkeeper.
Yeah, it's a lot of so much pressure put on Bowkeeper, and I really just GPT or Cat Cowboys have just so much damage threat on their side of this game. So, but like you said, it's not a regular team comp. I'm very curious to see if it even works. So, I wondered if draft would cost them this game though.
I mean, if you felt like you already weren't going to win, sure, let's do cute things. But yeah, this is very interesting. Because it's also not like it's a we're just gonna pick our best champions or the best champions available. It is clearly a concise decision. That said, Impro and Drew, I kind of feel bad for Impro. He's kind of getting cheesed.
Yeah, he's getting bush cheesed
again. Like, hey, I hope you had fun last game because now it's a new and exciting version of "Ain't This Some Crap."
Oh, oh no! He's gonna hit level 2 and
exactly. That is, yeah, no, that's garbage.
Yeah, he's so much more mobile than Empro is right now, and
he doesn't have. I mean, I understand he has a resource bar, but he doesn't really have a resource bar. That said, we do have Ether and Bowkeeper going in, and it's going to be a flash coming and Ignite coming out from Ether, and it's going to be the exhaust coming out from Lakey with the barrier from Ointment, and there goes Ether going back in with the body slam. What just happened?
They just committed so much to that. That is kind of ridiculous. They committed quite a bit.
Iron Thug and Ibis trading. That said, it looks like Ibis got the better of that trade.
Yeah, it does. But he's being collapsed on. Kangaroo Feet and Empro now here. Ibis is going to be forced to dash away here. Nice knockup from Empro by the time.
He's going to use the flash. It's going to be first blood to Iron Thug anyway. But he trades the killback. Did not have the Playful Trickster up in time. And is this going to be a lane swap, or are they just going to have Empro push in the wave? It looks like they're just going to have Impro push in the wave. It is going to be the teleport coming out from Ibis. We used to have Ether and Bowkeeper here just hanging out.
Yeah, it's they're just waiting for Moitman to step up a little bit too far for his liking, and Moitman seems aware of this. But
that's it. There is a gank coming through. Kangaroo Feet is nearby, but so is Havoc Pigeon. Havoc Pigeon is going to see Kangaroo Feet is up a level, is going to get a... I forget what it's called, but he's going to get knocked up as well, and that is going to be Bowkeeper on that Kangaroo Feet. Kangaroo Feet is barely going to live, and they are now throwing out some barrels, Donkey Kong style, trying to get onto Havoc Pigeon. Just barely able to survive there. Oh no, Kangaroo Feet trying to sneak in. is going to get one
Yeah.
little hit, but is going to go down.
They brought
were
more to
not
this party,
fooled.
though.
Iron Thug is now here. That is going to be the knockup from Bowkeeper. Iron Thug is going to get the damage, is going to get the ignite, is going to be able to get another kill is going to go over to Bowkeeper. Excuse me, does not go over to Iron Thug, but that is 2 kills for Cat GPT. And now there's a Yuumi by themselves, and there's nothing more tempting than a Yuumi by themselves under tower. You want to kill them so bad.
Right, and I mean, it's the no health, but they don't have health either. I mean, one misstep and Yumi's gonna walk away with a double kill there. So you got to be very careful. But it looks like they're just gonna take what they gained and leave. But meanwhile, Iron Thug roamed down.
Oh my goodness!
Ibis has so much more gold now because of it. Already up 20 or 17 CS on this Fizz, and that's a lot. That's nothing to scoff at.
Oh, Drew is gonna get stunned by Impro. Impro, though, gonna have to walk back out of tower range. Drew, that's it. Oh my goodness, he's gonna wind up yet again up 20 CS at 20 CS. Ibis is gonna hop over the wall after Kangaroo Feet jumps over the wall. But yeah, no. Oh no, Impro, you are in a bad place, friend. And Drew is going to jump from a bush, is going to get a root, is going to get that snare trap, and is going to jump from a bush, and there's the kill. Oh my goodness. No, that is just
That's Rengar. You let Rengar play around his bushes and he's going to do just that, and that's exactly what Drew did a great job. Iron Thug going forward, surprisingly almost dying there.
Because Kangaroo Feet is nearby. That said, Ibis is just going to kite them out, unconcerned at all. Just absolute chaos on the map. But it is 3 for 3 so far, with both teams fairly even. But it looks like the Void Grubs, the first objective, are going to go over to Cat Cowboys.
Absolutely. Throw the hunt now online for Rengar, and he's going to be just a ganking threat all around for every lane now. You got to be careful. He's going to be pretty strong now.
And he's up 20 CS. It has the highest CS in the game. So, yeah, he's just going to be a problem, unfortunately, for the members of Cat GPT. That said, he does have only Sheen and some boots. So, still not as out of control as the Gangplank was last game.
Absolutely. Empro going to try to make a move here, though. Really nice stun. But Drew buys back quite a bit with that battle roar, and he stays alive in that top lane, doing a really good job there as well.
Yeah, see, that's the other part that makes it so stupid. It's like, not only does he have infinity mobility, but then he's going to go in there, he's going to cleanse off your CC and heal up.
Exactly. The free 2-for-1, buy one get one free.
But the dragon is being started. It is an Ocean Drake. I thought we were going to get a Crowstorm there, but Havoc Pigeon not going to quite yet. And also, I hate that the effigies on the map look like Fiddle just hanging out. Yeah, so it looks like Fiddle is about to ult over that wall the whole time. And it's like, actually, there is no Fiddle.
You'd really wish that they'd make it some different for us.
Yeah, for clarity, because it very much on the mini-map looks like, hey, there's a secret Fiddle ready to fiddle, but here's the real Fiddle looking to come over the wall, but is going to be seen by Kangaroo Feet, so he's at least not going to be super sneaky. That said, there is not going to be a knock-up. Mointman is going to be fine for the moment, and of course they do know that the Fiddle is nearby, so they aren't going to get too greedy, I hope. Hint, hint.
You'd hope, but yeah, it seems like they're gonna back off there. Fiddle is just too strong. Oh, they decide to stay, maybe.
What? But hang on. So top lane is down 30 CS. Mid lane is down 30 CS. Bot lane is up 30 CS for Cat GPT. But here they go. They are looking to sneak on the Mointment now. They are going to get spotted by the trap. That is going to be the knockup with the Bomba, into the knockup with the body slam. Bowkeeper still trying to get on the Mointment. Mointment is ignited, but is going to be able to get away with the flash. And that tornado not going to be enough. Flash, barrier, heal, exhaust, all used there. Drew now trying to get on to Impro. Impro is in a tough place. He's just going to jump over the wall. Looks to be okay, but is not like in a existential sense is not okay. That is going to be Havoc Pigeon using the Crow Storm coming over the wall. Now we do have some help from the Yuumi Bowkeeper, though, is going to get assisted by the Wind Wall. Is going to not allow the Deadly Flourish to root him in place. And now we do have Fizz coming through, but that was just an effigy. That wasn't where the fiddle went. I hate that so bad.
They have no idea. Neither do we. King or feet back.
There's going to be the Cyclone. Ibis is going to be forced to flash it away, but is going to get hit by the From the Waters and is going to go down. So that is going to be a kill for Cat GPT.
Yeah, Chum the Waters plays pretty good there. Does a really good job of just. Oh wait, we got a little bit of a. Oh, is Pigeon a knower?
Some shenanigans. That's it. Pigeon is gonna get smacked around anyway. It decides not to engage on it. But how did he know? Did they step over a ward? I don't see a ward. Is going to be able to get the camp, and now they're going to be on the Pigeon. Pigeon is maybe going to get stunned up. Is going to get stunned up.
Oh, but
he's trying to. He got out of range, and now he's gonna. Oh no! He's actually gonna go down, and now Ibis is trying to fight on the Iron Thug, and Ether is gonna get knocked away with the bomb, and now it is gonna be Kangaroo Feet forcing out Drew. So well played, and overloading the side by Cat GPT, but they are not gonna turn around and take the grubs, which could be a problem later on. Mointman and Bowkeeper having a high noon off, if you will. Mointman dodging the tornado and is going to be mostly fine. Now it looks like they're going to try to dive onto Drew, and I think they're going to be successful. Drew is going to get stunned up, is going to make, he's going to take Emperor with him, and he's going to be fine. Kangaroo Feet, stop hitting him.
That's so unfortunate for GPT.
Iron Thug trying to get onto Ibis. Ibis is going to time the dash just right, and is still going to go down though.
Yeah, Iron Thug looking very strong there on the Fizz, and again, shutting out this Lucian mid and preventing him from doing too much. That is so huge for them. Buying so much, and they find themselves with a lead for the first time in the series.
That is very true.
Not much of a lead, but it is there.
Hey. Like the great American philosopher, we'll get back to that later. Iron Thug is gonna get ulted under tower. Bowkeeper's 2 levels up on Mointman though, and that is the beauty of the Yasuo bot lane. Yasuo can be left alone to 2v1, especially on a Yuumi lane, and we'll be fine. It's like, okay.
Yeah. He gets so much XP.
It is gonna be an Infernal Drake spawning soon. Yasuo is going to be able to get the knock up, is going to go back under the window, although is going to not follow it under tower because there is a dive coming through, and that is going to be Mointman getting knocked up and getting knocked up and getting knocked up and getting knocked up, but they are able to stay alive long enough. Bowkeeper is super low. Oh my god, what?
Wow. Yuumi doing so much work in that bottom dive there.
Wow.
So much. The healing from Final Chapter and the shielding is so big.
Cat Cowboys taking the 6th grub. On top of which, though, there was no dragon, no kills, no nothing on the other side of the map from Cat GPT.
Yeah, it's so crazy. It just seems like it seems like they're ahead, but they're not. It's a wild realization.
What is I guess Impro's going Heartsteel?
That would be my guess. Is Heartsteel. Heartsteel full tank Sedge, which makes kind of sense for top lane.
I mean, it maths out. I was just a little confused at first. I was like, maybe get some armor in there, friend. But okay, I see the vision.
The vision is there. Ooh, Bowkeeper.
One day, those tornadoes are going to land, and it's going to be a problem.
It's going to be Mointman's last day on this planet.
But for now, Mointman continues to be very, very elusive. That is going to be a knock-up from Ether with the body slam, but it's going to be fine. Havoc Pigeon maybe going to ult over the wall. That is going to be the Crow Storm over the wall.
Does not get it.
but it doesn't matter because they are going to be able to get two. That is two going down. Mointman trying to get away, and now it looks like the bot lane is stuck in a very, very dangerous place. That is going to be the Bomba coming out from Ether, using that explosive cast to keep somebody off of something. I say that because Drew not kept off of Ether and is now just hitting him with knife kitty things. And that is going to be the Gragas going down. The Ignite dropped on the Ibis, but Ibis is going to be fine. Yasuo did escape, though. It is the second dragon taken, and it is going to be a Chemtech soul this time.
Absolutely, and just really well executed there from the Cat Cowboys, playing off the Crow Storm over the wall and securing that second dragon, or not quite able to get the dragon, but
no, Impro.
No, he's rooted.
But there's not enough damage to kill him quite yet, and it is an Iceborne Gauntlet on the Rengar. I thought it was going to be a Trinity Force, but okay. I mean, I don't know the tech, so I can't say, hey, that's weird, but it seems weird in my head.
Hey, it could be really anything. I'm not 100% sure. Rengar top is just not one of those, not a pick of all time really. It's okay. First turret bot lane though. That's pretty big.
That is the first turret bot lane. It does go over to Iron Thug. That said, Drew is fighting Kangaroo Feet and Ether. We do have Havoc Pigeon now joining in, and that is going to be a lot of roots going over there. It's going to be a flash over the wall coming from Kangaroo Feet and a missed Glacial Prison from Impro. That is going to be the Bomba going on to 2, and that is looking like Mointman is just going to pass away. Bowkeeper finally able to get the last breath. Sure, I didn't have to hit the tornado. Just somebody has to hit something, but that is going to be a Crow Storm on the other side. Havoc Pigeon is going to get one and get a clone. It's going to get knocked up by Ether, but now I think the rest of the team is in a very rough place. Here we go. We see Iron Thug coming in. That is going to be a teleport coming in on the other side now, as Ibis is going to return. The Chum to Water is not going to be enough, and it looks like it's going to be a Rift Herald taken on the side of Cat Cowboys.
Yeah, again, another fantastically executed play from the side of Cat Cowboys. Again, fighting that front to back fight. Unfortunately, losing the Jhin in the process, but they don't need him. They got the damage threat from the Fiddlesticks. And
oh no, Ibis is going to be forced to flash away there. Oh my goodness, that would have been, actually no, the ult is still down, so would not have been a last breath coming out after the tornado. Would have just been a knock-up.
Yeah,
a minor annoyance instead of a death. Yeah. Oh my goodness, those traps are doing so much work on the Bowkeeper. He's trying so hard to chase them down, and he's just slowed every 3 seconds between the Yumi Qs and the traps from Jhin. That said, that is going to be a tower probably going down. We do have the curtain call coming out, but the tower does go down. That is going to be the Deadly First. Is going to be able to get on the Ether. Ether's going to be able to body slam away, though. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, Mointman with the thought there to try to get rid of the wave with the curtain call, and not quite able to do it in time and get the damage through, and it doesn't work out. But they do lose that middle turret there, and all around just pretty even game compared to game 1. Absolutely.
I mean, game 1, lots of things are more even than game 1 was. To be fair, mathematically speaking, but there is still a 2,000 gold lead for Cat Cowboys now, as they have these towers, as Drew is again ahead a bunch. Not as much, but still ahead a bunch. Also now has a Seeker's Arm Guard. I don't understand what this tech is at all. I am now lost, like really lost. That
is definitely an item of all time. But like I said, if anybody knows the Rengar top, it is it's Drew. Drew knows a lot about this Rengar top. He plays it a lot. He likes it. He vouches for it. Never gets to play it. And tonight he finally has an opportunity, and he's been doing all right.
That is fine and understandable. It
is kind of a weird tech. That's for sure.
If it works, it works, I guess is the best way to put it. I've just never seen this before and have no idea. That said, Iron Thug is just going to get silenced, rooted, knocked up, all of that stuff. But Bowkeeper is on the Mointman. Mointman is going to be able to go down. That is going to be the Crow Storm coming back in return, though, and that is Havoc Pigeon being able to get a single kill, looked like a double kill, but Ibis is able to get one. Ibis is able to get another one. That is going to be a fourth one. It looks like his Iron Thug will be, oh, he doesn't flash over the wall, just barely. That said, Drew is going to be sped up by the Yumi, goes on a rampage. That is a 4-4-1 for Cat Cowboys.
Again, it's Moitman that gets caught out, but like I said, they just don't need him. They have the damage threats from Ibis and Drew and Pigeon. It's just there's so much across this team that they have to deal with, and they're unable to do it. And I can hear the pinging already.
Yes, they're spam pinging that Drew is alive, and now Drew is returning, and then Havoc Pigeon is saying that Drew and Yumi are alive again. Here we go. But Bokeeper is trying to get onto the rest of the team. Is going to be able to get a pretty good win wall, and that is going to be a knock up onto Ibis. Ibis is going to go down. Ibis is a shutdown that Yasuo was able to pick up, which is good for the team, but Yumi and Rengar able to speed away. That's a problem.
Absolutely. Rengar does still have four stacks on his bone tooth. I wonder who he's missing.
That's actually a good question.
Because, yeah, I just noticed that. But, yeah, you don't want the Rengar to be getting in and out of fights like this. Because that's only going to...
It's got to be Bokeeper or Ether, because we've physically seen him kill Impro, Kangaroo Feet, and Iron Thug. So it's one of them.
I love the Spectre's cowl from Rengar.
What is
going on?
Okay. Look,
Hey.
I don't know what I don't know, and this is clearly something that I don't know.
Is fair. Ooh. Iron Thug could be in a little bit of trouble.
We'll see. Iron Thug, is taking a lot of damage. I said Ether is looking to come through and help assist, if you will. Kangaroo Feet not looking to assist, is going to be able to take the blue buff, though. Is going to get a little bit of vision as well, as they are looking to make sure Barons aren't going to be snuck.
Yeah, trying to prevent those backdoor plays, and honestly doing a great job taking up the jungle and taking what they can in this game and trying to funnel the gold onto what it seems to be Fizz and Yasuo. And they got a shot at this. They got a shot in this game, and it's been an entertaining game nonetheless.
Oh no. Well, Drew decides better of it. He was like, no, never mind. I don't think I got him. There were friends around of the Wukong that could have been a problem if you decided to have a full-on fight. On top of which, the Rengar is not an explode the person Rengar. So this is, again,
It is tank Rengar.
I have many questions. Many questions. Bokeeper, though, looking to get on the Moitman. Moitman, again, is just going to have so many ways to disengage between the Yumi and the Jhin that without the rest of the team there, I don't know that Moitman ever is actually under threat. But here's the rest of the team now. That is going to be the Cyclone coming out from Kangaroo Feet, but he's going to get feared and immediately sent away. Moitman's going to be able to take the kill, and it looks like the Baron going to be started by Cat Cowboys. No jungler for Cat GPT, so they are going to have to make a play where they do not already have a play available, but that is going to be the Crow Storm coming in. Havoc Pigeon is going to be able to take down Iron Thug, and now Emperor was running away. That's going to be the curtain call. That was, I believe, the ultimate coming out. Oh my god, that fourth shot did a ton of damage. Ether now trying to get away is going to get slowed but not rooted, but is also going to go down. And like every Yasuo you've ever seen, Bokeeper's over there doing a solo mission.
Absolutely. And
I think he got pushed out of the fight, but
Jhin walking away, 3 kills, happier, and again looking very, very strong already. And leave it to the Cat Cowboys to pull an odd thing like this out and make it work. That's all I gotta say, man.
I think they definitely have decided that this game is now their advantage, and that is going to be a 7,000 gold lead as they all back. I'm very curious to know what the Rengar is going to buy next. I'm literally just watching like what comes after the Spectre's cowl.
It's the gamble. It's the gamble. It's the Spirit Visage.
Okay, yeah.
I see it. He is concocting a plan here.
it, I understand the plan. That is going to be the knockup on to Ibis. Ibis is maybe going to be able to get away, though, as the last chapter comes out. The heal comes out as well. And that is actually going to be Bowkeeper going down instead. And now it's going to be a double kill from Ointment, as they are also able to take down Ether. Cat GPT, this is not good. Iron Thug trying to get away, is able to get away from the Deadly Flourish as well as the culling. Emperor also going to dash over the wall here, trying to defend this tower. That is going to be the Cyclone used by Kangaroo Feet. Ibis is going to take a tower shot or two, but I think they're going to be fine. Iron Thug able to get a kill, but that's going to be all. The rest of the team going down. Emperor trying to run away. I don't know that he's going to be able to. He's going to get hit with a nice little bouncing grenade. Is going to survive. Ether finally back up, but that is going to be an inhibitor down and maybe more. Looks like they are not backing off. They are not worried. Oh, no. Bowkeeper is up. There is going to be some interruptions. Here. Drew is going to get hit a little bit. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
The Glacial Prison is going to miss. That is going to be Emperor trying to get onto Drew. Drew is going to get stunned, but Bowkeeper is trying to hit somebody else. Is going to miss yet another tornado. Drew managing to live Havoc Pinion is going to be able to take down Bowkeeper. Drew is going to use
it's
arm guard. Oh no, and Moyman's going to be able to get a double kill. A teleport. Why? Why not teleport to the one under the tower, I guess? But there you go. There's one coming in from who's
Drew.
teleporting now?
Drew, it's Rengar.
Oh, it was Ibis the first time, and now it's Drew. And we do have lots of people running away. It's not going to matter, though. There's going to be another curtain call coming out just for the lulls. All the ultimates being pressed. It's going to be Cat Cowboys winning the game and finally putting to bed whether it is old-timey Cowboys or old-timey Cats, or technology Cats that are preferable.
Hey, you know, it's wow, what a series to behold. And honestly, the Yuumi doing much more work than I anticipated. Saving Moitman's butt so many times there, and dude, all around the board, man, great series, man, great series.
Yeah, I wonder if ChatGPT thinks that.
GPT, from the standpoint, me being involved with the organization, GPT is our brand new sister team. They're pretty much a junior varsity, right? And we're trying to grow the organization in the right way. And I think GPT is, they're struggling this season, but they're new. They haven't played together. They need that, that time to kind of grow together, if you will. Whereas, I can tell you stories from my freshman year when we first met Ibis. Ibis used to played for a rival school, and so did Drew. Drew and Ibis played on a rival school together.
Oh, really? Okay.
and Moitman and Lakey played on our team. And it's just, we've had those relationships forever, and we're trying to grow that into a different team. And honestly, if I'm GPT, go back to the drawing board, but go back, happy and have some new ideas out of this series,
All right. Well, who is the MVP? I didn't catch what quite went down in game one. It went down so fast that I could go do the district drill, kick and come back. By the time I came back, the game was over. So
I think it's Drew.
It's Drew. I could get behind that. I would say if at very close, Pigeon definitely did some work over the course of the series, and
that is true. That is
it's
true.
Also worth mentioning.
I have Drew in my hands, and I'm about to drag him here. We saying Drew?
We going with Drew?
Yeah,
we'll go with Drew.
Okay, we'll go with Drew.
Drew, hello.
Hello.
You have been selected. We are here to talk to you about your car insurance.
Oh, gee, is that time already?
Your car's extended warranty is.
The doctor is in.
Where's my card? Hold on. Okay, so it's 4, 6, 3, 2, 8, 7.
Mr. Dr. Double D, Mr. Dr. Dad himself. Yeah.
Dr. Dad. Definitely not Dr. Dad.
Dr. Double D.
You know what? I can take that. I'll take it.
Dr. DD, baby. Dude, what a series! What a fun one too. After a series like that, it's the average question is like, how is your feeling? What are you gonna do next? How are your thoughts on the team? I'm gonna ask you a question coming from the Cat Cowboys organization. Drew, how do you feel about the future of Cat GPT as a member of Cat Cowboys?
Well, I mean, I think they're all like very individually good players, so I think they have a lot of like strengths that they can bring to the table if they can figure it out. But I think right now they're all on like different pages on what they want to do. Um, I mean, like it did kind of feel like playing against a solo queue team. Like we literally played Cat Cowboys in the last game.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Yes.
if you didn't notice,
Yeah, yeah.
it
Oh,
was,
yeah.
Cat Cowboys and two
Yeah,
cats.
yeah.
We were going crazy, man. We
Yeah,
were going crazy.
yeah. So I think if they can figure out their kind of like teamwork, then I think they could actually be pretty good. But I think they just have to get on the same page.
Yeah, and I mentioned that too. Is it just seems like Cat Cowboys. We've had some time. We've known each other for a while, and we've had that time to kind of prosper and grow together. And like I said, I just think GPT really needs that time to kind of grow together and figure out, get on the same page, like you said. And hopefully, I think we can expect great things towards the end of the season. And honestly, I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm pretty happy with how they played today.
I really want to see Iron Thug kind of go back to his like kind of bruisers mid because I remember playing against that and it was a little intimidating, like him just pulling out like Set or Mordekaiser mid. Like I think if he kind of like went back into that style mid where he brought those top lane champions, I think he could catch some people off guard and I think they can excel really well.
Yeah. Any other questions, guys?
I mean, yeah, I have. What
Oh,
is that Rengar build?
Yeah.
I have so many questions just about that.
So basically, because we were committing to Cat Cowboys, I didn't have a choice in champion. It was just Rengar. So lucky for them, I actually really like Rengar top, but I was cooking a little bit. I was like, okay, we have no front line. Our engage is a Fiddlesticks, who I guess is allergic to Zanya's. So I decided, all right, I got to put the pants on. It's my job.
Oh my God.
Dang.
All right. Shout out to the Havoc Vision being allergic to designers. I love it. Do you hear the whispers?
Oh my God.
I don't think he's hearing whispers. I think
He said, "I take it back." The doctor said, "I take it back."
He didn't get to play Udyr.
Listen, Ibis is not a jungler. He's listening to the whispers of Ibis.
Oh my God.
Is jungle your main role? Because you played jungle last season, if I remember correctly, right?
So I've been a top lane main for most of my time playing in like competitive leagues, but I have played a little bit in jungle. There was like a weird period of time where I was just an obsessive Shaco Rengar 2 trick.
Okay.
So those were kind of like my go-to junglers. That's why like when I was playing BTL last season, I tended to shift towards the assassins like Kha'Zix.
Yeah.
But no, I mean I was playing top lane and it was like week 5. I just got a message like, hey, we need jungler. Okay.
I play jungle now.
Yeah, I play jungle now.
Yeah, with all Shaco players, oh man, there's a particular Shaco support player in the league this season that has been stirring up. Yeah.
Hey, I don't want to be that guy and plug my own stream, but if you ever come to my stream, you will notice
OldSadBoy?
in the bottom of the cam, always hashtag ban Shaco. We don't support dirty Shaco players around here. Not even a little bit.
Have you cast
what if
one
I
of
gave you a
those
top lane
Shaco support games?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
And I was like, no, I don't endorse. I think that they won too, and I was just like,
Yeah,
I don't endorse this.
Yep.
This is terrible. I think actually I said I won't. I refuse to vote for them for MVP because we do not support Shaco players.
Yeah.
I mean, I do really like their drafts. I think they're like really creative with it.
Mingos?
So,
Yeah. That's
I
true.
think they actually like are bringing something very unique, but they can play really well.
They'll be up against Las Cucarachas next weekend, so we'll see what happens there. Cucarachas have been playing well. We just saw them play pretty well earlier today. So yeah, it'll be interesting. And they play tomorrow. Who plays tomorrow? Tomorrow we have Shadow of Iggers versus Poro Pounders and Elysium Gnomes versus the Mingos. So we should have some interesting games tomorrow. Do you have any shoutouts?
Shoot. Shoutouts?
Yeah,
Man.
anybody. I mean, it doesn't. You don't have to. You can just say I shout out my. You can just shout yourself out and be like, I did great. I mean,
Shout out
Yeah.
Trelakey because he got to take a nap in the last game.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh, yeah.
0-0 and 18 on that Yumi. One death whole series
No,
doesn't get MVP side.
no. This is not hate. This is not malicious hate. But no, we don't give you bonuses for not dying on Yumi. No.
No,
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 actually,
friend.
shout out to Ibis for dealing with the. I think he was the hardest one to convince on this.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, dude, no, for real. Like we were sitting in the chat before stream, and it's like, all right, guys, how do we convince Ibis to pick only high noon skins champions? How do we do this? It was like there's more strategy in that than almost picking for the game. What?
All right, fellas.
Uh,
All right,
Yeah.
fantastic. Well, that's you guys. Well, do you have any other questions or anything else, or we be good to
I do not.
All right.
yeah.
Okay, congratulations to Cat Cowboys for winning the Battle of the Cats here 2-0 versus Cat GPT. Cat GPT, good luck to them moving forward. I think they will go on to 0-4 after this match here. But, you know, you can rise from the ashes. There is always the gauntlet. It is not over. So we will now send out a raid to, let's see, who. Silent K. I haven't seen them in a while. I don't think they play League anymore. But they helped us. We talked. They did some type of League of Legends tournament thing. I don't know. He seems cool. Silent K. Just go over there, say hi, BTL raid, use our emotes and all that different stuff. We will catch you guys back here tomorrow. I think we have again normally scheduled matches. Thank the Lord. At 6 p.m. EST, and then again at 9 p.m. EST, we'll catch you guys with those matches tomorrow. And then that's pretty much all we got. Thank you to Coach T and OldSadBoy. Again, you can check out OldSadBoy, twitch.tv/OldSadBoy, and see the hashtag ban Shaco. And we will catch you guys next time we are live.
See ya.
Laters.
Oh, I did that thing right. I did the ending thing before I could actually raid, so I have to wait for 10 seconds because I don't know why they do that. So now we're out. Okay, bye.